This is day nine of the rant challenge in Nigeria. What are we ranting about? We Nigerians are ranting about the hardship, the poverty, the corruption in the Nigerian government. Now, what is happening in Nigeria now? Because for over the years, they have called themselves the giant of Africa. Imagine this happening in smaller African countries. I don't think it would have lasted to this moment without the government acknowledging, without the government saying something about it. But in Nigeria, the government, because over the years, they, they have come to count on Nigerians not to take action. They have come to count on Nigerians that after 2 or 3 days or a week, Nigerians will be tired and go back, and then the government will continue with corruption. Okay? Now, today, there are so many things that the government can do. There are so many things that the government can come out to quell this uprising. There are so many things the government can come out and say. But the Nigerian government is not a government. The Nigerian government is not a government. It's a collection of criminals from this party and criminals from this other party. They both come together because they have one common interest in Nigeria. Their interest is not to help Nigerian citizens. Their interest is not to do anything to advance our country. Their interest is not to protect our borders, to protect our citizens, to protect our agriculture. Their interest is to come together. They are from various tribes in Nigeria. Their interest is to come and share the money, as they will say it in Nigeria. Their interest is corruption. Now, hold on, guys. Now, in 1999, at the expiration of the military rule, then we became a civilian administration. There was so much hope, there was so much expectation that Nigeria will be better. But I'm sorry, up till today, we have not seen what democracy has done for us. Our last past president, Obasanjo, came out yesterday and was saying that maybe democracy is not what we need in Africa. The type of democracy we practice is what we copied. The democracy we practice in Africa is devoid of culture, is devoid of our culture, is devoid of our traditions. Because if all of these things, upheavals, all of this corruption, all of this mismanagement does not happen in the European countries and North America. These are people whom we copy their system of government. It's a different culture. They introduce religion to us. They introduce Christianity to us. But why are they doing better than Africans? Today in Nigeria, there are more churches in Nigeria alone. I'm not talking about other African countries. There are more churches in Western Nigeria alone. More churches there than in the whole of Europe. You go to Eastern Nigeria, there are more churches in Eastern Nigeria than in Europe. Collectively, there are more churches in Nigeria than in Europe, Asia, and Australia. Yet, we are the poorest. Yet, we are being mismanaged. Maybe these foreign things that have been introduced to us were not part of our system, does not belong to us. We have nothing to do with it. I'm thinking when the slave colonizers came, maybe we had an advanced system of government. Although it must have been primitive, but we had an advanced system of governance that worked for us. It could be a king, I don't care. But the king's responsibility was to look after his subjects. We did not have foreign religion where we now have to pray to a God that we don't see. That the only way you can see that God is when you die. And when you die, there is no guarantee that you will see that God. So they have obstacles here they place obstacles here on earth for you. That, oh, if you jump through these obstacles, these 9 obstacles, when you get to the 10th obstacle, maybe you will see God when you die. It's full of fire and brimstone. Maybe that's not what our culture is in Africa. Maybe that's what is affecting our mentality. Maybe that's what is affecting how our politicians govern us, because all of these things are alien to us. When are we Africans going to start asking, begin to ask questions about these issues? The religion, we have abandoned our traditional religion, our traditional way of worship. Some did not even worship what these people are worshiping now. Look at China. Look at India. Even though India was colonized the same way India was colonized by Britain, Britain also colonized Nigeria and a lot of English-speaking African countries. All of these countries that were governed by Britain, they switched their traditional religion, traditional worship to Christianity. India, they have kept their culture, they have kept their tradition. Although some of us may find it strange to worship cows, some of us may find it strange to worship for Indians to worship what we may term as idols. But that is their culture. They have not lost that over centuries. They've not lost that. Our own, we are just there. We don't have anything. They stripped us of our identity. They now impose a system of government that does not work for us. Look at where we are. With all the abundant resources at our disposal, we are poor. Each and every African country has resources to sustain itself. But I don't know if it's through external manipulation, or through the incompetence of the leaders, or through the docility of the citizens of these countries, that things have been like this. We should not suffer. We should not struggle. We should not cry to get things done. But in Nigeria and African countries, look at where we are. There is nothing. There's African countries compared to Eastern European countries, we are ahead of them. Russia, that you are seeing, Russia is basically a third world country with nuclear weapons. So is Pakistan and India. So are other countries. If Africa didn't have anything, all of these countries would not be in Africa, would not be mining, taking oil and everything. What does it take for our leaders, for our politicians to come together? Because one problem we have as Africans is unity. What does it take for all of these leaders to come together under the AU and say, we control our resources? Before we ship tea, we make steak tea, we have to process it in Africa before we take it outside. Cocoa, we have to process it before we take it outside, export it outside. How come that they come to Kenya and take coffee beans Some of them don't even roast it in Kenya. They take the raw ones and go and roast it and add value there. They come and take maybe I don't know how many they sell per kilogram in Kenya, but when they take it abroad, it doubles. No, they sell it 10 times more than what they bought it for because they've added value. Why can't African leaders come together and say, before this thing leaves our continent, value must be added? How come if you go to DRC, you see planes, private jets, and other types of modified planes coming and take on stones, non-processed minerals that they dug up and take it to Europe? Why can't they have that mine processing facilities there, just as they have in South Africa? In Nigeria, they take the oil. Can you imagine? They take the oil, take it to a refinery abroad, refine it abroad, and then buy it back. Why can't? Meanwhile, we have about 4 refineries in Nigeria. They let it break down. They let it rot because there's corruption in them importing fuel into Nigeria. And we sit down. Another thing I want to talk about today is, since this challenge started, this challenge is for an opportunity for Nigerians to speak up, tell the government how they feel, tell the government where it hurts, tell the government about our economy, okay, infrastructures, our way of life, the way Nigeria has changed since this current administration came in. That is enough. Every Nigerian who is sensible can come up with something to say. But what I've noticed lately is that if you go online, you see oh God, I can't say that word, but you see stupid Nigerians who will go like my video. They will now cut part of my video and join to other videos. So you see somebody that has a video of about 54 minutes, 1 hour, 25 minutes. All is a collection of other people's video. Why can't you come up with your own? Why can't you be creative? Why can't you use your brain? Because in Nigeria, we walk around, stupid people walk around you. You can't use your God-given brain. You can't do the simple thing that you can tell the government how it hurts you, where it pains. The simple thing you can do to tell the government what is wrong with you or what you need. But you rather sit down and go and copy other people's videos, cut and join other people's videos. Guys, let me remove this. You stupid Nigerian, you go and copy other people's video and sit down and join them and be showing in your channel. Where there is no creativity, there is no originality, there is nothing. What is wrong with us as Nigerians? What is wrong with us? It's the suffering. Everybody feels it. I am not in Nigeria, but I feel it. Because I'm getting calls here and there. I'm getting WhatsApp requests here and there. I'm getting all the things that's happening in Nigeria. And so the same thing with other Nigerians living abroad. But you guys will sit down in Nigeria and copy other people's video and join. You don't want to speak. You want me to come and speak for you. You want me to leave my job, leave everything, and to come and talk for you, to come and plead for you. You want the celebrities to speak for you. How stupid are you, Nigerians? How stupid are you? I've said it that 85% of Nigerians are stupid, and you refuse. Look at other African countries, for God's sake. Countries with lesser population, countries with lesser resources. They manage themselves, they organize themselves. You, religion has eaten into your brain, has turned your brain into sawdust. There's no creativity. You cannot tell the government exactly how you feel. You have to come to my channel and copy what I'm saying to go and put in your own channel, and then copy from others to make a 2-hour video so that you can get the views. You are more interested in the views of others. Don't you have a view? Don't you have views? You are the same people who take your problems to pastors to pray to God for you. You cannot pray. You cannot ask God to do things for you. Go and ask charlatan pastors that wants you to bring money, tithes and offering to his church. You don't want to learn up till now. Another issue I'm having with Nigerians is that in this hardship, guys, 5 years ago, everything in Nigeria 5 years ago has doubled today. 2020, this time, everything from housing, transportation, food, everything you spend money on. The value of everything in Nigeria from 2020 till today has doubled. You would think that sensible people will stop fucking, will stop having sex. But you see Nigerians between that 2020 and now, some of them have had 4 children. A Nigerian does not have a decent job. His wife does not have a decent job. You see them have 7 children. What are you trying to prove? You see them have 7 children. Because they cannot take care of those children. The children can go into fraud, online fraud. Some of them can start selling drugs. Some of them can start go to the street. If you watch Nigerian videos, you see Nigerians selling in the traffic, selling in the streets. You will see young children, instead of them going to school, they will be outside begging. I didn't ask you to go and have 7 children. Okay? If you cannot buy condom, Ministry of Health gives out condom. Go and ask them to give you condom. But most of you don't want to wear condom. You say, oh, when I wear condom, it's not sweet. It's not sweet when I wear condom. Nonsense. And then you will now bring your problem to me. You will bring your problem to other Nigerians who have decided to structure their lives. Not even if they don't have a lot, but they know that, okay, I have a wife and I have 1 or 2 children. That's enough for me. But you oh God, I can't say that word. But you stupid people, you go and keep producing multiple children. In this economy. In conclusion, I want to use this opportunity to plead with you Nigerians. Those of you who have been sitting by the wayside and watch others complain and watch others vent and watch others rant. Those of you who have been sitting on the wayside, put your mumu religion aside. Put your stupid religion aside. You have to fight for your country. God will never, never, ever come to fight for you. Never. I've challenged you in the past. You show me that somebody that said, I prayed and something happened. It doesn't happen. It does not exist. Okay? If you need healing from God, you have to pray and do something. What do you need to do? You need to rest your body. You need to take medication. You need to start eating good food. Most of you eat anything you see. Anything you see. If you eat twice a day, you will not die. If you eat once a day, you will not die. But you guys, you see this, you see this, you see this, you eat everything. And you fall sick. Most of you see drink, alcohol, you consume. This one, Anybody, especially if it's free, you drink it. You cause problems for the rest of us. And when it's time for us to protest like this, you will not do anything. You will sit down. Come online and make videos like this. Or go any social media. I told you guys, if 1 million Nigerians flood social media with your complaint, your government will have no option than to reply, than to respond. But no, you will not sit down there. God will do it. God is not going to do anything. At this moment, where are your pastors? Have you heard any of your pastors speak up? Have you heard all of those pastors that you give money? When I see them talk, they're not going to talk because they know so when I be mumu. They don't hold una since when I day like this. They don't hold una mumu. Now go come there, bring money, give them. Go pray to them. Most of you have more respect, have more reverence for your pastor than God himself. Because you are stupid. The problem of Nigeria is not government. It's not God. It's not God not answering your prayer. The problem of Nigeria is not me. The problem of Nigeria is you Nigerians, you stupid Nigerians who have decided. I don't even know why God put me in the same country with you motherfuckers. I don't talk am. I don't know why God put me in the same country with you guys. There are so many Nigerians who, when we speak like this, you come and say, "Oh, you don't know. You are talking what you don't know. No, 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 nonsense, rubbish."